Hey everyone, Brandon Green here, gonna review the Omega Speedmaster today for you. This watch has a very rich history in NASA and the astronauts. It was the first watch worn on the moon. No, not this actual watch, but the watches that were made back in the 1960s were worn on the moon and qualified for space trips. So that was really cool, really cool. This watch looks nearly identical to the untrained eye. The vintage versions have a couple differences and things that collectors notice, but we won't be getting into too much of that today. What we're going to do is talk about this particular watch and just do a quick review on it. This is a brand new Omega Speedmaster Legendary Moonwatch. It has the Hezolite crystal and base 500 tachometer scale. It's on a twisted lug steel case. The bracelet is made of stainless steel and is just quite gorgeous. The design that they use for this bracelet is just amazing. You'll see in some of my reviews in the future the Rolex bracelet in comparison with this. Omega did a pretty good job. It's not quite as sturdy as a Rolex bracelet, but it really does get the job done. The clasp, I'm not a big fan of the pushing and letting the clasp out because sometimes it's a pain when you put it on your wrist, but it does have a nice click to it, and the clasp itself works well. It's never fallen off my wrist. So it has a couple notches here that you can adjust. So once you get it conform to your wrist, if it's a little loose or a little tight, you can adjust it there. The case back is decorated with some engravings. I'll go ahead and read that and not even try to get that in this video. It says, "Flight qualified by NASA for all manned space missions. The first watch worn on the moon." So that's kind of cool to see that. Just quickly, overview of the dial. It is a chronograph watch, so you have 3 subdials. You've got the second subdial on the left, which is your running seconds as time goes by. You've got the right subdial on the right over there. That is your chronograph seconds. So when you start the chronograph function, that will start to tick as your chronograph baton goes around and whatnot. And I'll just do that. To activate the chronograph, you press this top button. And so once that's clicked, you see the baton chronograph seconds hand moving, and that will go all the way around and continue to count until I stop it. The bottom subdial at the bottom here, which is sort of construed by the hour hand, but that would be your hours indicator for the chronograph. So if you run the chronograph for more than 30 minutes, this will start to tick at the bottom and show you, hey, you're at 30 minutes or 45 minutes or an hour, to let you know how long your chronograph function has been running. So that's pretty neat. It works as it should. You can use the tachometer scale around the outside, which is base 500, to track speeds. There are far more, accurate, I guess, accurate things that can track speed nowadays, but for the purists and guys like me who love the mechanical aspect of the watch and what it was used for in back in the 1960s, it's just neat to see that heritage still exist here and whatnot. As you see on the left or on the right there, the minutes subdial for the chronograph function has moved over 1 minute, so it's been a minute. I'm going to go ahead and stop it, and to stop it you just press this button, the top button, and then the bottom pusher resets the chronograph, and that'll reset all hands back to the top. This watch is filled with luminova on all the indices and on the hands, and I will quickly show you what that looks like in the dark. Okay, there you go. Looks good, pretty bright. Again, in another review, I will show you exactly how this compares to a Rolex, particularly a GMT Master or Submariner, whichever one I've decided to choose that day. Overall, great watch. Love it for the price range. You cannot beat it. I mean, this watch and others that are newer retail in the 2,000 to 3,000 range. Some of them in the upper 4 on the secondary market. I don't usually go buy new from the AD, from the authorized dealers, but if you do, you know, you get sense of security and peace of mind. If you know where to buy from, you know, you can get this watch for $2,000–3,000, and it's just absolutely phenomenal for the, you know, for the price and what you get. You get a mechanical movement as well, which is manual wind, so you just turn the crown. If you listen, you can hear it, I think. Hang on. So you can just wind it that way, and that's kind of cool. A lot of watches nowadays that are, you know, obviously not mechanical, you don't do that with, and then the automatics, which is kind of nice. At the same time, they don't require winding, but Omega allowed this model to stay true to its roots, and it's a manual wind, so every couple days or so you have to wind it to keep the watch running. So very cool. Love the watch. Omega did a great job. They, you know, don't think they're going to be changing this design anytime soon. It's a classic, and I recommend it to anyone who's sort of new in the watch collecting world, or in just wants a new watch that you can dress up or down, that's waterproof, and that you can wear without hurting it. This is one of the watches to get. That's it for this review, guys. If you want to hear, or you want to know something else about the watch, or in the future videos, let me know. This is my first time doing this, so I pardon any things that I've done wrong or things that I've missed. You can find me at Universal Chrono on Instagram, and I will be posting knife pictures, watch pictures, everyday carry items, and I'll also be starting to review those items on here. So check back with me about once a week, and I'm gonna have a video up next week of a knife or a watch or some item. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and again, any feedback's appreciated. Anything I'm doing right, doing wrong, let me know. Thanks, guys. See ya.